So Max Holloway takes on Dustin Poirier. Very interesting lightweight title fight. First of all, the winner of this fight is fighting for the title. I don't give a shit what Ali Abdelaziz says. He needs to go find Noah. He needs to get his fucking facts in order. He just called out a UFC fighter for a grappling match and backed down when the UFC fighter agreed to it. So, you know, he's a pussy bitch and he needs to stay out of Khabib's business, and Khabib needs to fucking humble him, if I'm honest with you. Because he's saying that there was a news headline recently that the winner of Holloway versus Poirier might be Khabib's next opponent. What the fuck are you talking about? They're fighting for an interim belt. The UFC or ESPN or whoever runs the show nowadays needs to sit Khabib down, listen you fuck, and sit Ali next to him. Actually, leave Khabib out of it. It's not even Khabib, it's Ali. Bring Ali in a room. Listen, you little fucking snitch. Okay? The winner of Holloway versus Poirier is fighting Khabib, and if he refuses that, if he refuses the interim title bout unification, you're getting stripped, and you can go back to Russia. Let's be real. Or, no, not you're being stripped. Ali doesn't have a belt. Khabib's being stripped, and we're going to say goodbye to Khabib. He needs to... They need to just set a precedent, guys. Interim belt holders need to fucking fight for the title once they win the interim belt. Otherwise, you have so many fucking belts lying around. They still haven't officially stripped Colby. Okay? On the UFC website, 3 days ago, he was still listed as the interim champion. What the fuck is going on? Till and Usman have fought Woodley, while Colby's still the interim champion. Too many managers. The managers in MMA are becoming the promoters of boxing. Deontay doing his own thing. Anthony Joshua being left with no dance partner, so he has to do his own thing. Tyson Fury doing his own thing. Before you're careful, you need to take power away from these managers, because they're going to become the Eddie Hearns and the Showtimes and the fucking matchbook boxing, whatever the fuck the other organizations are, of MMA. But yeah, let's talk about the fight. Anyway, Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. Let's get into it, boys. I feel like Max Holloway's going to get the job done. I really do. I think he's going to get the job done in the 3rd or 4th round. And here's why. Because every variable I think Dustin can win in, I think of a counter-argument from Max. I feel like, well, Dustin Poirier's got phenomenal striking. Well, Max has probably better striking. Well, Dustin Poirier beat him the first time. Yeah, well, Max was not even finished puberty yet. So, I think we can ignore that fight. I don't even consider this fight as a rematch, if I'm honest with you. Dustin Poirier, good takedown defense. I mean, good takedowns. Really good wrestling. Underrated wrestling, if I'm honest. He took Anthony Pettis down multiple times at will. Max Holloway. Some of the best takedown defense in the featherweight division. When do you see Max Holloway getting taken down? When's the last time you saw him get taken down and not spring straight back up like it was nothing? Then I think, well, Dustin Poirier's a 155er. Well, Holloway's a welterweight. Let's be real. Let's be real. Holloway is a fucking welterweight, and he's about, I think he's 5'11", 6 foot. I've seen him stand next to DC. He's a big guy. There is no size advantage here. This isn't a smaller guy coming up to face a bigger guy. These are two guys the same size. Maybe Holloway's even bigger. Then I think to myself, Poirier puts the pressure on. He puts a good pace on fights. He's got good cardio. Watch the Justin Gaethje fight. Then I think, well, there's no better sign of cardio than when Holloway is not even breathing heavy against Ortega in round 4. In that fight, where they broke the significant... Okay. When they broke the significant strike thing. Record. They broke the record on significant strikes in that fight. And he's still not tired at the end of the 4th round. And he jumps over the cage and he's all cool. Nothing happened to him. I feel like Max Holloway is going to get the job done. I really do. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think we're going to see it at times as well. Poirier is going to hit Holloway with some shots from a power that he wasn't expecting. Because here's the thing about Holloway. He does get hit a lot. It's the same thing about McGregor. McGregor, you look at all these knockouts that he's had and all these finishes that he had. But in a Dustin Poirier fight, McGregor was getting lit up by Dustin. He got hit a couple times, he ate some leg kicks, then he found the shot to finish it. You know, in the Dennis Seaver fight, Conor McGregor's chin wide open. Wide open. Dennis Seaver landed some good shots at times. Conor McGregor's chin underrated, just eats him. We're looking at Holloway like he's invincible and he's a striking genius and no one can stand with him, but he gets fucking tagged up a lot A lot he gets tagged up. But, in the same sentence, Max Holloway moving up in weight, his chin's going to get better anyway. He doesn't have to dehydrate his brain of water. He's going to look way healthier at weigh-ins. He's going to probably have more cardio. I just think there's everything to gain from Holloway. Honestly. I feel like if Holloway weighed in at 145 and Poirier weighed in at 155, it'd be a close fight. But now you're giving Holloway that even ground. I still think Holloway's going to win, but Dustin Poirier is so fucking underrated, man. And I'm going to underrate him again. I really am. I didn't think he'd beat Alvarez the first time. Pretty much did. Let's be real. Beat the shit out of Alvarez. Got caught in an illegal need. You know? I thought it was going to be a close fight between Pettis. He fucking put the pressure on Pettis and dominated him. You know? I thought Justin Gaethje was going to beat Poirier. Poirier absolutely dismantles him. Next fight with Alvarez. I thought Poirier was going to lose. I thought Alvarez was going to catch him. Alvarez is way better, right? By ranking, he's way better. Dustin Poirier dismantles him. Yeah, there was controversy, but Eddie Alvarez brought it on himself. Fuck. I'm going to go with Max Holloway. I think he pressures him too well. I honestly think Poirier is going to try and use leg kicks here, but I think Holloway is going to control the distance too well. And I think we're going to see a case of Poirier looking to land one punch, and Max is going to try and smother it and land three of his own. And I think that's what we're going to see here. And I also think that there's going to be an increase in power behind the punches of Holloway at 155. You saw it with Whittaker. Whittaker was a decision guy at welterweight. Not a decision guy, but he had some decisions and he didn't show signs of wicked knockout power. He moves up to 185. He knocks out guy after fucking guy. I mean, other than Uriah Hall, he fucking sent Rafael Natal all over the cage. He dominated Uriah Hall and fucking stunned him a couple times as well. Knocks out Brad Tavares in the first round. Knocks out Derek Brunson in the first round. Knocks out Jacare Souza in the second round. I feel like Holloway's only going to improve going up in weight, and I feel like I want to see him stay here as well. And I'll tell you this. I like Holloway versus Khabib as a fight, a more competitive fight than I do with Poirier versus Khabib. I really do. I feel like Holloway would have a better chance against Khabib than Poirier would. So, I'm going to go with Holloway. I just am. I'm on the Blessed Express. Choo-choo. Fucking 18th Island. Whatever it is. 37th Island. Whatever the fuck we're saying right now. Blessed Express, baby. To beat the best, you got to fight the best. And the best is blessed, in my opinion. I think he's going to beat Poirier. I think he's going to beat him in the 4th round. I think he's going to score a big knockout. I think it's going to be a war. I really do. I think Poirier's going to have his moments in the 1st and 2nd round. But I feel like over time, there's only so long you can last against Holloway. There really is. His cardio is... I mean, he's blessed. He's blessed with cardio. And in my opinion, weaponized pace in the UFC is the most underrated and most effective the most effective weapon in the entire of the UFC is weaponized pace. Khabib, weaponized pace. Tony Ferguson, weaponized pace. Dustin Poirier, weaponized pace. Justin Gaethje, weaponized pace. Max Holloway, like Nida Goan, TJ Dillashaw, weaponized pace. You know what I'm saying? Everyone at the top has extreme gas tanks. Everyone. Kamaru Usman, weaponized pace. Colby Covington, weaponized pace. Need I go on, boys? Need I go on? Obviously, at heavier weight classes, gets a bit harder to go for that long, but at all the lower weight classes, halfway down to the end, welterweight all the way down, weaponized pace is I've said it so many times. The thing that I'm mentioning is a very key factor. Weaponized pace, weaponized pace, weaponized pace, weaponized pace, weaponized pace, and also weaponized pace. Yeah, I think Holloway's gonna win. Yeah, and I'm just gonna announce it again because I'm doing it every video. 9 p.m. GMT tomorrow. I'm live for 2 hours, not 1 hour. 2 hours, not 4 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours, guys. Not 1, 2 hours I'm live for, okay? Are you getting a message? 2 hours, come on live. I'll be talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. And, yeah. Tune in. It's going to be a fun one. But, yeah, Holloway by round 3 or 4 TKO. I think he gets the job done. Really do. Every time I see Poirier with a valid argument to winning, I immediately think of the counterpoint from Holloway's point of view. You know? It's just back and forth. Holloway always gets the last word in my head. There you go. I have voices in my head, and one of them's Holloway's, and one of them's Poirier's, and Holloway's winning the argument right now. So yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you later.